everybody, welcome to our channel. I'm Angela.
And I'm Caitlin.
Da, 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 da. That's how we should start.
Pinsey sisters.
Pinsies, pinsies, pinsy, 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 pinsy. We're the Pinsey sisters. Why Pinsey sisters? Well, we love pins and
Disney.
yes, we really do. So we thought we would share our love of pins and Disney with you all and just bring you along on the things that we discover with Disney and pins. So we thought we would create a channel for that. So we thought for our first channel, we would bring you into our world of
Pins.
we love pins. So we thought we would share with you guys our Pinstory.
That's right.
Do you like that? Pinstory?
Pinstory. Yeah, because history and pins, so it's
Exactly.
Pinstory.
It's our Pinstory. I thought
beautiful.
it was pintastic. I like puns. So does she. All right. Anyway, so our Pinstory. We thought we'd bring you along for our Pinstory. And so we have gone to Disney World, 4 times. Okay?
Yeah.
We've gone to Disney World 4 times. Mm-hmm. So the first time we went to Disney was, I think, 2008. And we went with some family.
During Christmas time.
Yeah, during Christmas time. And no, I don't even remember pin. I mean, I know there's pins, but I don't remember us seeing, like, anything, showing any interest in pins. Yeah. That was nothing. I think I was, 8. Was I 8? I don't remember.
I think I was 5.
Yeah, so it was just kind of, the bigger thing was getting the autographs in the books. That was kind of what we were into. So, the next time we came, I was 13, and I still wasn't into pins then. Were you into pins the second time we went to Disney?
No.
I wasn't, but I do remember we went to the Finding Nemo show at Animal Kingdom, and it was really dark, of course, and we were all the way in the back, and I remember there was this little boy who couldn't see the show, and so he was leaning up against me, trying to see. So finally I was like, do you want to just sit on my lap? And so I don't know if I should, but
she's a kind-hearted
I don't know. I like kids, so I was like,
hey,
you want to sit on my lap, And so his parents were right there, so they knew. And so he sat on my lap, and he was able to see, and he enjoyed it, and I didn't think anything of it. And then next thing I know, I think the mom comes over, and she hands me something real quick, and it's something about this is from a cast member for you. Thank you so much for doing that or something. And so I was like, oh, okay, sure, no problem. And it was just kind of rushed. So I put the pin in, or whatever it was, in my pocket and didn't think anything of it at the moment because I was just I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And then I said goodbye to the kid, and we left, and I was like, man, I should have gotten a picture with that kid, just because it was just a cute, sweet Disney moment, just as something sweet. But then when we left, I took out the pin that was in my pocket, and this is the first time I remember being introduced to pins. And it was this Eeyore pin.
It's so cute.
I'll put it back on it so I don't stab anything. Yeah. So it was this Disney pin, this Eeyore pin, and Eeyore is literally one of my favorite characters. Mike Wazowski and Eeyore, but at that time, Eeyore was my favorite.
It was your 13th birthday, and you got Eeyore stuffed animals at Disney World.
That's right, yeah. So Eeyore was just a really,
and they didn't know this.
They didn't know that, and Eeyore was just a really special thing to me. And so I could tell it was worn and stuff, but to me, just having this pin, I was just all of a sudden oh my land, that is so wow, okay. How did they even, it's Disney magic. They knew I love Eeyore. I don't know how they did it. But anyway, so that was that was the end of that, I thought. One pin, I just put it with my autograph book, and that was it. But then the third time we went to Disney World, that was you were the one who started this.
Yeah. Yes. We're going to Disney World. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna, because parents talk about you should try pins or whatever. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do pins. And Angela's like, no,
I was not into this.
She was not into it at all. So our first day at Disney World was Epcot. So my very first pins were actually 2.
There were 2?
Yes, I got 2 pins. I got the Epcot ball because I wanted to start getting from all the parks. but I also got, the Epcot, and then I got the grape soda one.
that one.
So the reason I got the grape soda is not because I love the Up movie, but because as a kid, when we would have like cream soda from the glass bottle, you get the caps. I would always save the caps, and I would tape them, and I would put them on my shirt. So I was just so stinking hot. I'm like, I could finally have the actual grape soda like cap from the movie, and just so I was extremely excited. And then, you know, seeing all the other pins, Angela was kind of looking, you know, as I was looking.
I was like helping you find pins. I remember.
Yes.
I think I was more into like helping you find pins, and you started like your pin journey, and I just kind of like, oh, here's this pin. Oh, here's this pin, and then all of a sudden it was like, this pin's really cute. Yes. Oh, this pin is really cute. Yes. Oh, this one. And I think like all of a sudden like it rubbed off from you and like rubbed onto me. And it's terrible. I can't exactly remember which was my first pin that I bought, but I really think it was Figment.
I'm pretty sure it was Figment.
I think it was Figment. From the Figment ride. I remember like getting him. I think he was like my first pin. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't know what it is, but after you buy the first pin, it's like
addiction.
This addiction just like takes over you, and it's like, oh, there's this one, there's this one, there's this one.
It's like, you know, you think, oh, that's the crazy pin people, and then it's like, oh, I've become that, and it's really not that crazy. You see, like,
no,
it's the search to find the specific pin, and just like, they're adorable.
They are so cute.
It's adorable, and
they are.
Oh,
and I think the big thing too with what got us in, it's like an emotional connection with a pin. Like I like these pins like have stories for us.
Yes.
And like in future videos we can go into these stories because we have so many connections and stories with them.
Oh, yeah.
But the pins have them. But it's just crazy sitting back and thinking, how did we get started in our Pinstory, our pin history? And
how did it get to this?
And like there's people who are even more like legit into this than we are, and we get that, and we think it's so cool.
We're just younglings.
We are, and we're still collecting things, but just to think about where we started our Pinstory and the pins that started us all, that Eeyore pin that I really didn't think about, and then you really getting me into it, and then just kind of like this downhill spiral, but it was like a really good spiral in a way. So that was our first pins. That's what started it all. We'll have to show you guys more in a later video, but we just wanted to give you that background history to start out with, and in coming videos we'll keep going about our favorite pins
and the cast members. There's so many stories with the cast members. They're amazing, and they get into it just as much as we do. That's the awesome part, is when you like meet a cast member that is much into it as you are, it's just as beyond as magical.
Oh yeah. Oh man. All right, we're gonna have to come back really soon.
So many stories.
All right, we'll come back really soon and start talking more about them, because as you can tell, this is kind of a passion for us.
A little bit.
That we didn't even have before.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
The Pinsey sisters, as we share our love of pins and Disney.
That's right.
Yeah, so join us again next time, and we'll share more of our love for Disney and pins. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Have a fantastic day.
Have a fantastic day. That was so pinny.
Great.
Wow, okay, that was almost... Okay, all right.
It was almost good till I ruined it.
I didn't ruin it, it just... Anyway, okay, let's focus.